because I picked this up, why don't we talk about my new lights? So you might notice that my lights are considerably more vibrant now. So also they look different. That probably also clued it off as well. If you listen to the audio version, though, you won't be able to tell, obviously, because audio. I don't have my lamps there anymore. The lamps have been retired. I still have them over on the floor. The globes are fine. The lamps work fine. Nothing broke. I just wanted to replace the lights with something better. So these are the RGB floodlights that I've been raving on about for so long. And this is the control that comes with it. This is the control that you get when you buy shitty lights off of eBay. But I can still do stuff like this, which is cool. I don't have as much control over the lights as I did when I was using the smart version. So the fade, I think, is a little too quick. As you can see, it's actually no. Smooth is the one we want. Smooth, it's a bit too quick. Like it's sort of set up as if they're like rave lights. But I still think it looks pretty awesome. I wish this control had like more granular control, because as you can see, the fade is clearly showing the lights can do far more than the number of colors that are displayed on this little remote here. But you only get, what is that, 5x3, so 15 colors plus white plus a flash, a strobe, which looks exactly the same, I think one of them didn't change. There we go. A fade, and then a smooth. So what's the purple look like? Purple actually looks really good, doesn't it? Wow. That's blue. That should be the brightest blue. That looks purple. The only problem is that because of the how close the lights are and how good this is actually working right now, it's very difficult to get them back to the settings I like them to be on from here if I change them. So I'll see if I can do it. Yep. Okay, we got that one. Cool. I thought I'd get much close. Got Yeah. I don't think we're gonna get lights back. I could just get out of my chair and fix it. But that would mean stopping the podcast for a moment. I don't want to do that. God damn it. Let me change them. Okay. Okay, we got it. Yeah, there we go. That's no. I always had it there. Screw it. The light's gonna be yellow for the rest of the episode. Can't fix it. I can. I just don't want to. That probably took way too long. Basically, for the audio listeners there, the lights are very close to each other. My controller is a bit too sensitive for them, and they both keep changing. So you may have also heard that I think I did a YouTube story about this. Yeah. That the original lights I got were shit and didn't work. They're still shit and don't work. Actually, one of them is broken because I stepped on it and broke off one of the prongs from the power cord. So that's in the bin right now. The seller was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Turns out the seller said that the infrared receiver is very weak on these models." Like, why do you fucking sell them? And they don't work. So it wasn't that they were weak. It's that they worked for like 10 seconds, and then after the 10 seconds, they stopped working. No matter what you did, 10 seconds or so, they would stop working. So whatever setting they were on, that's where they were stuck, no matter what you did. And that was a problem, because I like to be able to do things like that. And I can't do that if they're stuck. So, also, if you, say, for example, turn the lights off, the old ones actually didn't turn the lights off. Like, they would actually have a slight flicker of the lighting element, and that also didn't seem safe. I'll turn that on. There we go. Yeah, it didn't seem safe. So replace them. These are apparently, I call bullshit. These are 50-watt floodlights, which is not true at all. That's fucking bullshit that those are 50-watt floodlights. I can show you what a 50-watt floodlight looks like, and it doesn't look like that. There was a teardown of them on I think someone did a teardown on a blog. They actually have 30-watt elements in them. That they have 30-watt elements in them. I found this out afterwards, so I should have bought the 30-watt version because they would be just as bright. Maybe I should have bought the 100-watt version, and the 100-watt version would have actually been 50-watt. Or it might have just been another 30-watt. I don't know if you... Wait. You can't hear that. So my housemate likes to set the alarm on the oven to say that food's done, but he can never hear it, so it just goes off for like 10 minutes. And it's really annoying. So anyway, yeah, I have these new lights now, which I like. I like the light. They're cool. They actually also, surprisingly, being cheap junk I got off of eBay, also haven't lit my house on fire yet. They don't seem to get that warm. Most of the heat comes off of the top part of the back, which is fine, because that means it's not directly on the bed, the part which could light on fire. No one has... I looked at similar ones on Amazon, and people have said that the controllers don't work and they're really shit, but no one has said they've lit on fire yet. So I take that as a endorsement, I'll say. Yeah. But I think that they are much better. They're definitely brighter. I don't know if you can tell if they're brighter, but if I put them side by side with how they originally looked, I can actually show you guys. Yeah, I'll show you guys who are listening, who are watching, actually. So here's one from an older video. There we go. Okay, so here is how that one looks. And here, that's an MKV. Actually, no, you can just see them side by side, can't you? Of course. So, see how dim these are? See how bright these are? I don't know. I'm pointing to with my mouse. Look at my one, the one behind me, and then look at what's on the screen. Yeah, that works. Also, you may have noticed that my, I guess, what's the word? The just general colors of my scene look considerably better. So I am no longer living the really dumb, super dirt, poor life of a streamer. I now have sensible recording equipment. So, we all know how I used to use as Epos Vox would refer to it as the can't link. This one right here. Wow, look at that. It's crazy. The can't link, as we call it, is quite good for $20. However, it's not quite good if your budget is not $20. So I have replaced it, which I cannot unplug right now for obvious reasons, because it would break my camera. I have an Elgato Cam Link now. So the reason why I didn't buy one before, one is because I am a cheapskate and don't want to pay for it. The second reason is because Amazon is full of crazy people who think they can charge literally any amount of money and people will pay for it. So the Elgato Cam Link for basically the past year has been $500. Now it is $169. Now $169, keep in mind, is the Australian price. The Australian price is obviously going to be higher. I believe you can pick them up in the US for like $130 or so. They were still very much being scalped last year though, so you were still paying $500 though. And don't pay that much for a cam link because it's dumb. I think you could have got like an HD60S for retail price though, but cam links were really expensive, which didn't make sense. Because the HD60S is actually a really good device. That's the capture device that has one input and then two outputs, so you can send one to your screen and then send one to the... Sorry. Yeah, no, that's right. Send one to your screen, and then capture. Wait. Wait, no, that's not the H. I'm thinking of a different device. You can capture. Basically, it's usually usually use it for capturing consoles and things like that. And you can get those for retail price. Maybe there is. Doesn't matter. The HD60S is a really good device and was retail, but the Cam Link wasn't, which made no sense. I would have just bought an HD60S because it would still be cheaper than $500. But the Cam Link, because it is a UVC device, which basically just means it gets treated as if whatever is plugged into it is a webcam, works on Linux with literally no issue. I've heard some people have theirs like overheating after a couple hours, but it seems to be more related to the fact they were using a Sony a6100 rather than the fact the Cam Link was overheating. Like, the Cam Link may overheat, like it gets warm to the touch. Maybe with older models it did, but with what I've been running, it's been fine. When I do my recordings, I record for like my video recordings. I usually record for anywhere. I usually start at like 10 a.m. and go to about 3 or 4 p.m. So anywhere from 5 to 6 hours. And if the Cam Link isn't going to overheat in 6 hours, I think that's considered a win, and we can say that it doesn't overheat. Because if you're streaming for more than 6 hours, please stop and go outside. I don't know how anyone streams for that long. Like, people who do these 24-hour streams, that seems mental to me. But yes, Cam Link, really good. I may get an HD60S for the console stuff, because right now I'm still using one of these bad boys and a cheap-ass HDMI splitter off of eBay, so that I can have the video going to this bad guy and going to my monitor.